What's up, doll heads? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all having a nice weekend. I'm actually getting ready to go over to a toy show, and hopefully there will be some vendors with dolls. You never know. Toy shows are kind of hit or miss when it comes to dolls, so fingers crossed that I will find some good stuff. But for today's video, I would like to show you some items that I got, I think it was last weekend. There was actually a online auction that there's a company that's local to where I live. And I don't know if they sell out of, they do like storage liquidations or something, because there's been several times where I've gone to pick things up from a storage unit. So you don't really get a lot of detail when it comes to what you're buying. I mean, you see some pictures, but they're not super detailed. But usually the prices are pretty good. Now, this particular one, they were open to shipping. So I didn't necessarily get things for as cheap as I probably would have if there wasn't shipping, because there were people that were bidding from out of state. So I did still manage to get a few kind of cool things. So I guess we can dive right in because I've got a few fun things to show you. So there is a doll that I want to say came out in the late 90s. If you guys know for sure, let me know. They are vintage Barbie knockoffs. So they're made to look like, not necessarily like Barbie, but the style of Barbie. It's very reminiscent of Barbie, and you will see what I mean. So the line is called Candy Dolls. And within the Candy Dolls, there's another doll that's called Charisse. And they're sort of the same. The face molds are a little bit different, but for the most part, the basic dolls are the same. Now, they did release some other ones that I want to say were made by Integrity. I think that's what I read online, that eventually Integrity started manufacturing the dolls, and that's when they started having the dolls would come with fashions on. Now, the original ones actually came in the like knockoff Barbie black and white bathing suit. So obviously this looks pretty much just like the original Barbie bathing suit, right? So very basic, doesn't really come with a whole lot. I think this one came with sunglasses and like a pair of mules. So yeah, no jewelry. Well, that's not true. She's got earrings in, excuse me. But other than that, very basic. Now, this one is actually like a darker skin version. There was also the Caucasian ones, and these came just like the vintage Barbies in like a bubble cut version and a ponytail version, and just about every color that you can imagine. Blonde, redhead, brunette. There's actually another one I'm going to show you in a second. So I kept this particular one. I actually got 9 dolls total. If you hear chirping, that's Bitsy playing with her toy. That's all right. I actually got 9 of these, and we've had this discussion before. I only have so much room, so I really had to be selective about which ones I was going to keep, but this lady just spoke to me. I think she's very pretty. So this is the Candy face mold, right? And the other one that I have is Charisse. So same type of deal, black and white bathing suit. The face mold obviously is a little bit different, and I mean, I love the white hair. You don't see that too often in dolls, and there's some people who really love white-haired dolls. I do not have, well, no, I don't think I have any that have white hair. I have some gray hair, like the one I showed you in the last video, but I don't believe I have a white-haired doll. So I just was, I don't know, she spoke to me. I said, hey, I gotta have her. Now the Charisse, if I'm not mistaken, come with 2 shoes. I think she comes with a pair of black pumps, just like the 90s style Barbie pumps. And she also comes with mules and sunglasses. So she actually has an extra set of shoes. So kind of cool. The company is called, I'm going to guess McKelman, maybe? And that's what the ponytail Charisse box looks like. And I think that the illustrations, if I remember, the illustrations are indicative of what's inside the box. So since this is a ponytail, there's a ponytail illustration, right? The other one, don't prove me wrong, nope. She has the bubble cut illustration. So that's kind of neat. So these dolls are not very expensive. If you go on eBay, they're, you know, 10 bucks-ish maybe plus shipping. So if you like these, they're very easy to collect. Not a difficult thing to collect. And I mean, the box looks great on display. Like, you don't even have to take her out of the box if you don't want to. Now, if you had some fashions, maybe you want to take her out of the box and display her in the fashions. So I won another lot that actually had some fashions. And these are also done in the style of the old Barbie packaging, right? So it's got kind of like that striped cardboard design with like just a flat background to it with the outfit kind of mounted on there. So that's neat. And I really like this outfit. I'm kind of torn because I almost kind of want to take these out, but I'm like, man, they look so nice. They look nice in the box. I'm sure they would look lovely outside the box, but I'm torn. I haven't decided yet. I've only had them for a week, so I've got some time. All right, this is another one that I got. Very pretty. I like this one a lot too. All right, this is the third one. I've actually got this one up on eBay right now because I can't keep them all, guys. I have to make decisions. And all right, this is the last one that I have. And all of these have names. I probably should have written them down ahead of time, but if you Google it, you will see what they are. And they have some little illustrations of the fashions on the back, which is kind of neat. And again, when I was looking online, it looked like these fashions came out with candy, and then I think they repackaged them for Charisse. So even though this says Charisse on here, I think that these fashions also came with like candy packaging. There are other fashions that they released, I think, when they switched over to Integrity. I didn't necessarily see any of them online. I did see some pictures. I want to say they were illustrations. No, you know what? I didn't see them online. I saw them on one of my candy boxes. Of course, it wasn't this one. It was on a different doll. That's unfortunate. But I did see illustrations of other fashions. So I don't know if those are out there or if they were just a concept and then they stopped making stuff. I don't know. I do not know. So that's it for the candy dolls. The other fun item. Well, actually, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to show you something else. In this awesome vintage Tommy Hilfiger box. All right, so I don't know if you guys have seen on my Instagram, but I do collect some dolls that were from other countries. So like Japan and China and Ireland, you know, Lottie dolls and all that kind of stuff. So I've heard of these dolls. I've never seen them in person until I bought this lot. They're pretty neat. I actually got 3 of them. I'm going to show you one. This is the one that I'm keeping. So this is a ball jointed doll, which I didn't used to like, but now I have grown to appreciate. So obviously they have all the full articulation. She's got articulation in her hands and in her ankles and her knees and all that kind of stuff. She's got kind of like an anime style face, so like real big eyes, real small nose and mouth. And I know they came from Japan. I have some of the packaging, and these are kind of like a fully customizable doll, so you can, you know, she's just wearing a wig. And actually this wig doesn't fit her very well, so I may end up getting another wig. We shall see. They come with no face paint, so you can paint their faces. Someone kind of made a small attempt to paint this one's face, which is okay. I mean, it's not fantastic, but I don't mind. It's probably better than what I could do. And I believe that there were also fashions that were specifically released for these dolls. So I have like a pair of jeans that are still in the package, which is kind of neat because they have the little yen price on there. But I don't see anything that says Dolphy or I think Volks was the name of the company that made these. So I don't know if these are just like generic ones or if these actually were made by the same company. There's also this kind of like a little sweatery mock neck situation. A little button on the back, kind of cool. And a super cute little hat, which kind of looks like what I'm wearing. Kind of. So cute. I don't know if I'll open these. I may end up selling them. We'll see. And you can also switch the eyes on these dolls. So I popped open her head. I can probably show you. It's not very hard to open it. So she's got like a little cap on the top of her head that opens up. And when I first opened this, I was like, oh man, I think there's supposed to be a screw holding this on, and somebody shoved a bunch of clay in there. Well, no. I did some research, and I think this is a normal way to hold the eyes in, is to put the eyes in and then actually mold this like epoxy putty kind of stuff to hold the eyes in place. So I guess if I want to switch her eyes, I will have to take all of that out and probably get some more epoxy so that I can do that. But what's kind of neat is I actually have, can I show you? Yeah. Another set of eyes, which are weird and kind of creepy, but I've never switched doll eyes before, so I may have to give that a try. Kind of fun. I like new stuff. I like finding new things. So that's kind of cool. I'll have to get her a stand. So she's a little bit floppy. Her limbs aren't really like super tight, but she is still, you know, posable. Her arms and stuff will hold up, but her legs are a little wobbly. It's okay. Hopefully I can make this wig work because I just love it. It's like orange, crazy, curly. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so it was the Dolphy. Now on to the Barbie. So there were several lots that were being sold in this auction that said that they were customized by Joshard Originals. So I actually have just a generic box, but it has the Joshard Originals sticker on there. And, you know, I did a little bit of research. I'm not sure exactly when this was in operation, but I want to say it was only a 2-person team. And I think one of the people passed away. So, but the stuff that I saw online was really, really nice. I mean, like luxury nice. They painted the faces, they did the hair, they made custom clothing, and the stuff was so nice. But, you know, the auctions, they went for a lot of money, guys, and I just couldn't do it as much as I wanted to. I bid on one that was actually a Jean doll that they had customized, and it was so nice. There was probably like 4 or 5 Jean dolls that were customized, but they all went for a lot of money. And they were well worth a lot of money, and props to whoever spent that money because they got a really nice doll. I, however, am a big old cheapo, so I bid on, it was 2 bubble cuts and a fashion queen, 2 bodies. One of the bodies, the neck was broken off, and they looked kind of jacked up. But you know me, I'm not afraid of a little project, so I was like, I think I can clean these up. And one of them looked like first issue bubble cut, just a little bit of shiny face, kind of like other ones that I've had. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and do it. The body was in pretty nice shape too, so I knew that I'd be able to have a full doll. And she's redhead, which is great. However, when I look at her face, I don't know if I can really show you guys, but her face looks almost like it might be kind of customized. And the fact that she was in one of these Joshard original boxes tells me that maybe this was something that they were working on, because the fashion queen, also, her face looked like her lips were a little bit darker. I don't know. It just looked a little bit different. And like this girl, I don't know if I can show you guys, but like her eyebrows just look way more like arched and precise than the other bubble cuts that I've seen. So I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to think that she might have been a repaint. Now, whether it was by these guys or not, I don't know. But she's beautiful. I'm very happy with how she turned out. And she looks different than the other bubble cuts that I have. So that's cool. The fashion queen I'm not keeping because the broken neck from the body was actually stuck inside of her head. And her head is really hard. So I'm wondering if someone might have tried to treat her with chemicals. I think they might have tried to treat all of these dolls with chemicals, and maybe that's why they got abandoned, because they do still have some green air. And I want to say that the CLR, if you like submerge it, will get hard. So I want to say that could be what happened to the Fashion Queen. Thankfully, this other bubble cut did not have a hard head, so I was able to pop her back on. The other one that I have is, I don't know if this is a strawberry blonde or what it is, but I don't know if you guys can tell, her eyes, like her irises, are white. Her lips are white and her irises are white. So I have two theories on this one. Either she went through the same type of treatment and her eyes lightened from green ear treatment of some kind, or she was another customized one and maybe she got abandoned. You know, they might have started painting her face and then they never painted the color in her eyes. But I had to keep her too, because she's just, I mean, it's a little freaky looking. But I don't know. I love stuff that looks different. You guys know I love my variants and all that type of stuff. So I said yes. And her lips are actually still a little bit pink. So I don't know, again, if that's the original lip color. Maybe not. I don't know. Customized stuff. Very cool. I'm not that talented. So props to anybody that does that customized stuff, because it looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to the doll community. All right. So speaking of customized dolls, this is what I really wanted to show you guys, and I mentioned in my last video. So you guys have seen a good portion of my vintage collection, and you know what the most exciting thing for me is, and that is my number 4. You know, I rescued her. She was jacked up. I was fine with how she turned out once I cleaned her up, you know, did a little bit of green ear treatment, fixed her hair. But I mean, her face, you know, she's missing most of her makeup and stuff. And I'm, again, not talented enough to do any of that type of stuff. So for Christmas, I asked my husband if we could ship off Miss Thang and get her redone. And there's actually someone that I've been following on Instagram and Facebook for a long time. I absolutely love her work. She tries to keep the dolls looking as original as possible. So, you know, she's not going to make them look really different. She's trying to make them look like they looked when they were new. And that I like. So I got a hold of her. Her name is Gilly Gals on Instagram, and I think that's also her Facebook page. So GILLYGALS. If you want to look her up, she does great work. She's super nice, and she's very communicative, and she, you know, she did it up. So I wanted to show you guys what my lady looks like now that she has been fixed up. So here she is. She redid her ponytail for me, which is awesome. But she didn't jack it up. I don't know any other way to say it. Like, she just took what was pre-existing and reshaped it into awesomeness and gave her the little ponytail bun again. I mean, she does great. Like, even the color was very like yellowed, and I don't know what she did. She worked some amazing magic, but the hair looks awesome. So she repainted her face, gave her lips back, which is awesome. She actually gave me some, you know, nylon post earrings also, because, you know, this lady, she has the green ear, so we have to be a little bit careful about what we put in her ears. So, I mean, she just looks awesome. She also repainted her fingers and she repainted her toes. And again, it just looks natural. It's the only way I can say it. She looks natural. So yes, I'm very excited. I'm going to put her back in her little glass box where she will stay, hopefully just as nice as she looks now. So that's awesome. I'm very excited. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Wish me luck. I'm on my way to the toy show, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.